I hope all of you are doing well. Let me give you a brief review of the last topic and then we will start with the next topic. I'm trying to make things easier for you. So, last topic was about the alternative approach, which is about substitution effect and income effect. Definitions of both substitution and income effect are already given. So, the basic crust of the theory is that when we combine these two effects, it helps us to determine the nature of the product. And two examples are being given. The first one is for the salt, that since the salt has the inelastic demand, it has no substitute, and same is the case that when the income increase or decrease, quantity demanded do not change. So when we combine them, the overall impact of the product is inelastic demand, and we said that the product is a necessity. So now let's come to the next topic of that chapter, and the third topic is from individual to market demand. Market demand, you are already familiar with that. We have discussed it in chapter number 3, that it is the sum of all individuals' demand at a given price. Now, when we take a look at the diagram, we're considering the demand of the product. Same example which we have discussed in chapter 3. Two consumers, Mr. Smith and Mr. Brown, are using the product and the price is given as $5. However, since there are two different consumers, Mr. Smith, it purchases 2 units and the demand curve for Mr. Smith is given in diagram A. For Mr. Brown, he purchases 3 units of the product and it's given in the diagram B. Now, when we combine these two diagrams, it gives us the market demand of the product, downward sloping curve, but it is relatively more flatter, which shows that when we add the demand of first consumer as well as the demand of the second consumer, it gives us the market demand of bread in market. Now, up till now, we are discussing different factors that affects the demand. One of them is the income. Up till now, we are saying that when the income of the consumer increases, quantity demanded is likely to be increased. Other factors are the market size, then prices of related goods, but right now we are focusing only on the income. Now, at times it happens that as the income increases, quantity demanded increases. So how is it possible कि अगर आपकी income increase हो रही है और consumer product की demand को increase करने की बजाय उसकी demand को कम कर रहा है, in that case we have to take a look at the nature of the product or the type of the product. So the first type of the product is the normal good. Normal good is that when the income increases, quantity demanded of a product by a consumer increased. Second is the inferior good. Inferior good is which is relatively cheaper, and as the income increase, quantity demanded for a product by the consumer decreases. Now, to make the difference between these two, let's consider two products, coffee and tea. As the income of the consumer increases, quantity demanded of coffee increase. Coffee will be considered as a normal good. Now we are not considering the price, rather we are considering the income of the consumer, and we are saying that with the higher income, buying power increases and the consumer shift to the coffee. But in the same case, as the income increases, quantity demanded of tea decreases, which means that tea is now considered as an inferior good. So consumer reduces the use of the tea and shift over to the coffee. So now coffee is a normal good and tea is the inferior good. Now, to measure it mathematically, I have given one of the example that consider that income of the consumer is 5,000 and quantity demanded is 50 units. Income increases from 5,000 to 5,500 and quantity demanded is increased to 60 units. Now, when we calculate the income elasticity, the answer is 1.91. Up till now, we are observing the effect of price. Now we are observing the effect of income. That when the income change, how the quantity demanded by the consumer has changed. So the answer is 1.91. When we interpret it, we sensed that since income elasticity is greater than 1, elastic demand, normal good but luxury. Right? So make sure that if income elasticity is greater than 1, it is considered as a normal good but a luxury. However, if income elasticity is less than 1, then we said it is inelastic demand, normal good but necessity. However, if third case is that income elasticity is negative, that will be considered as an inferior good. So it means that we are not ignoring the negative sign. If the answer is greater than 1, normal good luxury, less than 1 positive, normal good necessity, and if income elasticity is negative, that will be considered as an inferior good. Right? So I hope that it's clear up till now. Next topic afterwards is the consumer surplus. Consumer surplus is the difference between what a consumer is willing to pay and what it actually pays rather than go without it. Which means that कि कोई भी ऐसी प्रोडक्ट कि अगर कंज्यूमर उसकी हाई प्राइस भी देने को तैयार है रादर के वो उस प्रोडक्ट के इस्तेमाल को छोड़ दे. लेट सपोज वी आर कंसिडरिंग कि प्रोडक्ट की जो प्राइस है वो 6 है और कंज्यूमर का ये ख्याल है कि मार्केट प्राइस इससे ज़्यादा हाई है. अगर आप डायग्राम को देखते हैं तो ये जो ग्रीन लाइन स्टार्ट हो रही है, इट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द व्हेन द प्राइस इज 6 ओवर हियर. दिस इज द मार्केट प्राइस. कंज्यूमर थिंक्स दैट प्राइस मे बी 8 और मे बी 10, लेकिन जब वो एक्चुअली मार्केट में आता है तो उसको मालूम होता है कि प्राइस उसकी इमेजिन की हुई प्राइस से कम है, तो वो उस प्रोडक्ट की डिमांड को इंक्रीज कर देता है. तो इसका मतलब है कि ये शेडेड एरिया में जितनी भी प्राइस आ रही हैं या जो भी प्राइस 6 से अबव है उसको हम कंज्यूमर सरप्लस कंसिडर करेंगे. ओके, अब एक क्वेश्चन माइंड में ये भी आ सकता है कि कई दफ़ा आप ये सोचते हैं कि प्राइस लेट्स से $6 है और आप मार्केट में जाते हैं तो प्राइस जो है वो ज़्यादा होती है, लेट्स से $7 है. तो उस केस में हम इसको प्रोड्यूसर सरप्लस कहेंगे. जो बेनिफिट प्रोड्यूसर को जा रहा है that we will consider as the producer benefit. So over here our chapter is completed, chapter number 5. Okay, let me give you the brief review of this chapter. Chapter 5 में हमने लॉ ऑफ डिमिनिशिंग मार्जिनल यूटिलिटी डिस्कस किया है जो कि ऑलरेडी आप क्लास में डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. Second is the alternative approach, which slides I have shared with you people previously. And afterwards, shift in demand, which includes the income elasticity, normal and inferior good, and last topic is the consumer surplus. So over here, our chapter 5 is completed. I hope कि आपको इसमें कोई इशू नहीं होगा. स्टिल अगर आपको लगता है कि आपको कोई इशू आ रहा है, you can ask the questions. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.